What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite Pokemon Unite player. It's Pokemon Wang Half himself. Try hard, train harder. Let's get it. This time we're gonna do Scarlet and Violet special sets ETB since they don't have booster boxes. We'll do the ETBs. 151, 377 for the regular, and for the Pokemon Center 829. Which is down. It was real close to 1,000. Paldean Fates, we got 265 for the regular, 380 for the Pokemon Center. Shrouded Fable 70, and for the Pokemon Center 120. So they're still pretty cheap. Prismatic, right? The regular ones, right there. 125. Pokemon Center ones, 320. Black Bolt, 83. Pokemon Center, 165. White Flare, 81. In the Pokemon Center, 143. So that's where we're at. And I do want to, real quick, give a shout out to, because we haven't done a update on these in a while, but give a shout out to the Paldea Evolved Pokemon Center ETB. So I checked that, and this could even be behind a little bit because when I checked the prices on my portfolio, I use a collector app, but then when I check on TCG Player, they're usually a little higher. I think, sometimes collector is behind a little bit. But it was 535 when I checked that. And it's battling it out for the top price over the Obsidian Flames one right now. So great. Most of mine I got for either 65 from the Pokemon Center, or I got a couple at Collecticon when I went to Kansas City for my birthday. I got a Prismatic and my Destined Rivals one when I was there, because I'll never catch a restock on those. And then, yeah, Obsidian Flames one I paid 140. Paldea Evolved one I paid 130. I mean, I got these a while ago. So, you know, back when I started, you could get boxes for 90. Back when I started investing. And I got, I'd say probably half my boxes I got for 100 or under. I got Stellar Crown box for 105 when they were really cheap. I got my Paldea Evolve box for 150 before those got real crazy. I got my Twilight box for 130. A lot of boxes I got, a lot of them were 130 for a while. But that was over a year ago. things are way different now with the way, you know, with the way the new sets come out. They're really pricey now. This makes it hard to, it makes it doesn't make it hard to, invest, because people will say that. That's not necessarily true. It just makes you kind of stick to the investment, as in, you're going to have to hold it if you want it to double in value. You can't buy it at 90 anymore and have it go to 300. I mean, if you have distro, when they first come out, I do believe they get them for 100. But if the set releases at 300 according to TCG Player and eBay, in the online open market, they're going to get them for 100 and sell them to you for 300. So that's how that works, you know. So it is part of who you know, lot I don't know. A lot of niggas act like it's easy, to have the Costco, be able to go there all the time, or get to catch the online restocks. If you have a job, or if you don't live by a Costco, you're never going to get you're never going to get those. The best I get is, I do catch deals on the, like I mentioned, on the Facebook Marketplace, but that's it. So I don't have an easy way to get them. It'd be nice. I always, you know, I've been working my ass off since I was 18. And people be like, "Oh, well, you look at stuff, and when you say must be nice, it's probably because you didn't work very hard." Well, I've been, I do have my own house now. I have my own vehicle, but when I see things, I do think, must be nice. Because some people don't have never been given a single thing other than opportunity, and honestly, I've taken every opportunity that I've been given, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that I do get. It all comes and goes. I said, I have a really good reputation in the town that I live in. I'm construction foreman of the construction company I work for. So the mayor likes me. Everyone in town knows I build houses. Everyone knows I'm a real good carpenter. There's you'd be hard pressed to find a better carpenter than me, because I am pretty good at this point. Been doing it just about 12 years. And it comes with certain things, like as a man, like your reputation, is like, if you're about being honest, so like when it comes to this channel, like I'm never gonna lie. I'm never gonna come up on here and lie. Like I'm not gonna tell you guys like, oh, I'm doing this and that, and I'm not gonna do it. If I tell you I'm doing something, I'm doing it, and I'm doing it more, probably devoting myself more to it than most other people would even realize, or dedicated themselves to doing it. So, other than that, like I said, keep your eyes out, keep your head up for deals on the specialty ETBs, because they don't have booster boxes. So the best you get is an ETB. I think this is a pretty good. It's got the booster bundle and the ETB. People talk about the booster bundles being good. There you go. But like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Um, the generational run, it never stops. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep posting videos almost daily. Not quite, but we're going to go almost daily. And, we'll keep up with the market, keep up what's going on. Ascended Heroes is going to be coming out in a couple weeks, few weeks. So we'll keep an eye on that. And other than that, have a good night.